A good Monday morning, Mid-Michigan. I'm Evan, he's Jake, and in the words of George Washington,
here we go.
John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe, happy President's Day to you. A day where we should celebrate the likes of John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, my dear friend William Henry Harrison, along with our many other commanders-in-chief.
It's almost as if you're trying to mention all of them today.
Well, I'll tell you, the last gentleman I mentioned, good advice, something he did not do. William Henry Harrison, of course, known for forgetting to wear his coat during a cold morning, dying 30 days later. It was a very tough administration. Things not to do today, Jake Dunn. Wear your coat, don't be a William Henry Harrison. The only thing that could save us on this President's Day is some sort of an amendment, much like Martin Van Buren and John Tyler once made when the weather got bad in the early 1800s.
Oh yeah, all day, all
I'll
morning,
need a presidential pardon if this keeps up, you know. Pardon the weather guy.
That's right, we will. We will. Thank you, Richard Nixon. Let's take a look at Facebook, where a lot of people are James Knox polking each other. See what I did there? Thank you. Thank you. He got it. It is 5/21 on this Zachary Taylor Day. I mean, Millard Fillmore Day. As I like to say, thanks for waking up with Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, and Ulysses Grant, to name a few.
Anyway, the winners will be announced.
Just pulled a Gerald Ford and fell there.
Celebrating President's Day.
That's right.
Do people do that?
I do.
Well, I meant normal
Evan.
people.
Yeah, I'm going to
It's
go
all
out
over
to
it.
dinner and raise a glass to the likes of Rutherford B. Hayes, James Garfield,
I'm
Chet
sorry.
Arthur,
I'm so sorry.
You brought that one up.
Grover Cleveland twice. He was elected twice, non-consecutive terms.
How many more do you have? Just so we know
About
when
20.
it's over.
February 17th, a happy Benjamin Harrison Day to you as we get our President's Day going. Had to give Benny a shout out because I forgot to reference him earlier.
Of course, there's no school today because of President's Day, and I'm glad you're over here because Evan would be over here spitting off more presidential names. And he still finds a way to do it from across the studio.
Just because the kids are off school doesn't mean they need to take a break from learning.
That's right. You should learn all about Teddy Roosevelt and William Howard Taft and Woodrow Wilson. Our area has had a tough winter like this. Was way back during the Warren Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover administrations. I think we saw a few former presidents at the BAFTA Awards. I think George Bush and Barack Obama were there. Don't quote me on that.
Were they?
Hey, thank you very much, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight David Eisenhower. I like Ike, as Jake would say.
Wanted to break a world record.
I'm trying to break one right now by referencing the names of such wonderful presidents like John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson. From me to you to presidents like Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Jimmy Carter. Because on this President's Day, I got 44 presidents in.
You did.
Got them in.
You did.
From George Washington to
It was a
Barack
really
Obama.
long morning.
And all the Zachary Taylors, John Tylers, and Millard Fillmores in between.